on my end.
Oh, great. We're live.
Oh, we are live? Okay, I guess I should stop shitposting in chat now.
Oh, great.
Watch your language.
Hello, everyone. Wait, it still says we have 0 viewers.
We're up and running. I just saw it come on the stream.
Okay, cool. I'll wait till that 0 viewers number. 3 viewers. 3 viewers.
I see 20 watching on my end.
14 viewers. There we go. Yeah. It's picking up. People are starting to filter in. This is wonderful. Thank you all for joining.
Hi to my biggest fan. Since I'm watching chat.
Oh, cool. Great. Hi. I'm not dying. Everything's fine. Okay. Great. All right. We have 21 people. You said that. Oh, 24 people now. Wow, this just keeps going up. I guess we should give it another minute or something.
I mean, all right. Let's see.
25 viewers. Whoa, that's so many viewers. Like more followers. It's more followers I have on my Instagram account. Go follow me on Instagram. No, don't actually. I'm not posting anything good there. All right, great. I'm gonna assume that everyone who wanted to be here is now here. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the December 16th, 2018 BronyCon All Hooves meeting. Big thank you to FizzBuzz for suggesting that we change the name from All Hands to All Hooves, which is great because, as everyone knows, we're all ponies here. Actually,
it's the Equestria girls rule.
Everyone's a pony here. That's right.
All right, wait, hold on. I got this little thing now. In proper.
It's a bat.
Ponies here. It's my bat pony.
So, in other words, why are you holding a giant bug?
I'm offended.
Don't be offended. It's correct.
Well, exclusively proves bats are bugs.
Bats aren't bugs, to quote all of Calvin Hobbes' classmates. Anyway, if you're tuning in, well, if you missed the last meeting, so how we ran last time's meeting is we went through a whole bunch of notes about what we're doing at the con. So we have leadership stand-ups every 2 weeks. These are live streamed, but a lot of people don't have the time to tune into them. I'm gonna mute you, Dex. A lot of people might not have the time to tune into them, so we sort of go through what we've been doing at a high level. We have time for questions, banter, tomfoolery, hijinks, serious business, whatever you want. We got time for it. We're here for at least an hour. We actually went a little bit over last time. Let's see if that happens again. Chibi was extremely wonderful and compiled a whole bunch of great notes about what we've been up to. Chibi, do you want to present those?
Yeah. I mean, if you want, we could each take a bullet point, work down.
Let's not repeat each bullet point, but if you want to read out like half of them, then you can hand it off to one of us after.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Chibi. My name is Eric Houston. I go by Chibi. You've seen me a lot on Slack. So since the last meeting, we've done quite a bit of stuff. I know last meeting I brought up gold posting, where I was trying to push each of the department heads and each of the departments to get things like their timetables done. There are some department managers. Safe to say, we ramped up effort across all departments, and it worked as intended. We saw the sub-department managers be finalized. We saw the timetables come in. We saw like the events department, Viper, security, all do staff applications. Went great. So bounding off that, yes, several departments are now officially hiring. We've pushed this out through the social media and on our Twitter. And other departments are unofficially hiring, where they're usually just taking their staff applications and throwing them out to friends and people who they know are interested that they might have contacted from last year. When the site gets updated to reflect the staff applications, we'll be able to do it on a more official level. So bounding off that, the events department has pushed panels and activity, or their activity room applications. So if you have any idea for panels you would like to run or activities in the activities room, I know that the activities are something that we really want to push. Feel free to go onto the site and do panel application and the activity application. So as when we're on the topic about speaking about the official releases and everything, PR has spent the past month doing a month of generosity over Twitter and social media. They worked with numerous charities, numerous organizations, helping just spread that feeling of the month of generosity. And that lasted from the month of November, if I'm not mistaken, right? I want to say. And that went over extremely well. We saw interactivity with the community at large outside the convention. Love it. Bunch of stuff popped up. It went fantastic. High props to PR for that. So going from the month of donation drive, Viper has also been working on crafting plans for donation drive inside the convention itself at the convention. A couple of organizations have reached out to us looking to do something like this. If you want to know information, there's a Slack channel publicly available, and that's #giving if you would like to join that Slack channel. Now, speaking of Viper as well, we've signed a couple of contracts. We're at 5 so far. I can't go into specifics and drop names because we don't want to have names out there before our social media puts it out there. So we've got a couple already signed, already in the books. Let's do this. 2019 is ramping up so good so far this year. Now, bounding right back, our website and our theme that we hinted to, I believe we leaked it last All Hands meeting, right? All Hooves meeting? We leaked it? Yeah. The theme for this year is Secrets, spy, noir theme, and our new logo and website are live, and it looks fantastic. I can't wait. There's also a couple of little side projects that a couple of staffers are working with, and a good example is the channel on Slack, ARG-chat. And there's a couple of people I know, Lifty and Hypescotch, are in there. And they have an idea of running something akin maybe to the postcard pickup, but now actually bounding to a more ARG focus that is pre-con and at con. So I'm going to give a shout out to them as well. From there, I'm going to hand it over to Dex, if you would like to.
All right, am I taking everything you've highlighted is what you said, right?
Yes, everything I've highlighted on the sheet that no one knows about.
Right. Well, see, I know about it, which is why I can ask you. So, taking over. Okay. Also, right. One last thing about VIPs. Viper is looking for drivers. If you know anyone who's interested and has experience, reach out to Scout on Slack or have them apply through the website or both. And moving on, we're still doing Thursday planning. It is evolving into being less of a preview or field day like the original plans were and moving more into, let's see how much of making it a true day 4, like in every way possible we can do. So for example, we've got, if you're in events, ops, security, marketplace, those are the big 4 right now that we've been working with on Thursday content. We'll have more for that as it develops. Then next, of course, unless your head has been in the sand, you've seen that sponsorships have gone live, and I think this is our best year ever. I mean, we took out Diamond in 8 hours, Golds are all out. It's just nuts in a great way. We love it. I know we're looking into the possibility in some areas about whether we can even launch more for some of the tiers that have higher than anticipated demand, but we'll see how that evolves too. And for badges overall, in fact, we've actually not only caught up to 2015, but currently are trending higher than 2015. So if these sales keep up, we're going to break 2015, which is kind of nuts. And to answer the question just thrown out in chat, current ticket count is 995. Thanks, Sheer, for stealing that 10 seconds before this gets to chat. Basically, it's going to be lit as fuck, fam, is what is written in here. And now I need to murder Chibi. Next, we've finalized cancellation of BronyCon 2020's contract. So at this point, 2019, well, this is the year that we're going out with our biggest bang, period. And on to some happier things. Photography's taken over panel room footage and editing. So if you've got any interest in that or anything you want to contribute there, speak to them. They've also come out with a really cool 2018 video. Again, look in the Department Photography Slack channel. You should be able to find a link to it there. And of course, once we actually put it on YouTube proper, boom. Next, let's see, and now on to the new stuff, which you may not have heard about at all. We first off have launched Spirit Badges. Those are for attendees or anyone who would like to come to the final BronyCon but cannot. Essentially, it's kind of a remote supporter badge, and if you buy one, then we'll mail you out like a badge, lanyard, etc. after con. So it's a way for people who can't make it for one reason or another to still feel like they're, at BronyCon in spirit, cough cough, and still, an active part of our family. And then the last thing for our serious shit is we also are working on something called Confab. Basically, the purpose of that is to get as many conventions as we can of various shapes and sizes to come to BronyCon this year. And that is meant to be a combination of like an evolution of our table trades, as well as a way for both cons to talk to each other and for staff and potentially attendees, well, definitely attendees because the table trades, to look at other cons that they would be interested in the post-BronyCon void. And with that, Chibi, if you want to take back on to some of the fun stuff, maybe we can banter off each other for this, because it feels like a lot of dead air just talking myself.
Actually, I was about to say, you're going to hand it back to me? What about Cheer here?
Well, I wasn't actually trying to interject for that. I was going to say we should take a quick break and see if there are any questions on any of the big serious, what everyone's been doing stuff.
Okay, I saw one question. I'll start off with the non-serious, and then Sheer, if you want to answer question 1 that we got pre-submitted, and then Dex number 2. So the non-serious one is Cronus. You wanted to know does this mean I can do an Agent Pony Banks cosplay for the spy theme? As long as your staff badge is available and you've cleared it with the department head in Sigma for events, then yes, absolutely.
Wow, that's such a serious answer to what I think was a lighthearted pun. That was a good pun, by the way.
No, seriously, if you're gonna cosplay Agent Pony Banks, yes.
That would be cool.
Agent Pony Banks would be amazing. Even more amazing if we somehow got, what's his name? The guy who looks exactly the same as he did 15 years ago and played that character. The guy in Malcolm in the Middle. Frankie Muniz. There we go.
Should we get a virus to shave his head and put a barcode on the back of his neck and go as Agent 47?
I hate you because you're missing the. Never mind.
We got 2 questions via the pre-submission form so far, so we'll take a second go through those. The first one is, so that we can properly book our flights, what days do we need to arrive and depart? I ask this because I know the final year is going to have a slightly different schedule. That's correct. The final year is going to have a slightly different schedule, but what isn't changing is that, as in years past, you should ask your department head when you are expected to be there. This is different for every person and every role, so there's no uniform answer that we can give to say when you need to be there. I will say that we're going to be expecting more people than before to come in either Wednesday night or Thursday morning, but this doesn't extend to everyone. Your responsibility might not be changing. You might not be expected to show up until Friday. So please talk to your department head. I unfortunately cannot answer that question with true certainty for you. That was. All right, question 1.
All right, question 2 then.
Yeah.
Shifting onto that, yeah. How flexible are couples onboarding and working together in a professional capacity if one's a new hire? Are we trying to avoid new staffers in favor of experience, or is every hand welcome in the final party? First off, the easy one of this. Every hand who wants to help out and can help out that we can find room for is totally welcome in the final party. If you have people who want to help us out, we want them, or at least we want to interview them. Now, on to the other part of that question, I'm just going to be repeating what Cheer said. You'll need to be asking your department head or department heads if you're in different departments, because that's going to come down to, again, every staffer is different and the situation will change staffer to staffer. So we can't give you a hardcore answer for that, but I do feel comfortable saying that definitely, especially if you give adequate advance notice, people should try to make it work. No promises, because, you never know, but I guarantee everyone would do their best to, hey, if you want to spend your free time with your, SO, we'll see if we can make that work out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, and if you're both on staff, we don't have any restrictions against you staying in the same hotel room. Keep it PG-13, but aside from that, we don't have anything else in place. Okay,
I'm going to just quickly give a shout out to Hollow Nocturne Jeff in chat. He is the department head for operations department. Some people in either operations or con will probably need to be available Tuesday for getting stuff out of storage units. If you've been worth the convention before and you've done this kind of stuff, you probably know the ropes. But if you want, ping Jeff and see if you could help with Tuesday offloading the storage units into the BCC if you are available the Tuesday before con. And Josh W.
Especially if you're local.
Yeah, especially if you're local, that would make the world of difference. Textalion in chat. Yes, events, operations, check with Jeff and Insigma. But you, as you listen to the question, you're board operator, so you make sure that during the convention, you take priority at doing board operations for the events department, and during your free time, if you want to help operations, you are more than welcome to. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Sorry. So at this point, Cheer, Dex, are there any other things that might need to go over?
But we have the rest of the agenda for the fun shit side of it.
Oh,
Fun.
I completely forgot about that. How about this? Anyone have any more questions? I'll take 3 more.
How about we just
We have 3 more.
the fun shit and tell people to post questions, and then we start answering all of the questions no matter how stupid they are.
Okay, well,
After we
fine. I'm going to
finish
take a look
fun
at
shit.
Forte in chat. Any idea on when the new handbook will come out? And if there is one, you're going to need to check in with Chief of Staff in Department Chief of Staff channel on Slack, or you can email them at chiefofstaff@BronyCon.org and just ping them with a question being like, hey, do you have any information on when the handbook will come out? Is there going to be a new one? Do you have an access to the old one?
Yeah.
Yes, Michael Vanilla, that is a Blue Yeti mic. And
Hang on.
going-
Wait, wait.
We're not at hold on. We're not at
Take a
stupid
deep breath.
questions yet.
Hang on.
Let's do the last bit of business.
Wait,
And,
can I interject on that handbook question really quick?
oh, yeah.
yes.
There will probably be a new handbook. It probably won't change very much at all from the old handbook. Last year it was released very close to con, like a month or 2 before, so I wouldn't expect it to be coming out too soon, but pretty much everything should be remaining the same from year to year. We also got one more serious question. Do we have a timetable for layout? So actually, there's a ton of layout discussion going on already. There's a channel layout. If you go into Slack and search for it, it'll come right up. We have a pretty layout that's getting to be pretty finalized at this point. It's being locked down as we speak, more or less. So if you have questions about where things are going, you can hop into that channel and take a look at the backlog, or you can ask your department head. They might have a better idea of where the discussions are at for anything that you're specifically interested in.
And then I guess since there's one more serious question we didn't answer the Pokemon Go question, did we?
I did write it down in the scratch pad.
Cool. So as for a Pokemon Go traveling event, talk to events and/or PR if you're interested in that. Whether there will be one will be up to probably them primarily. And if you really want one to happen, double talk with them because they might come back with, that sounds like a cool idea. Are you available to run it or organize it or etc.?
Yeah, PR, I think, organized the Pokemon Go walk in years past. And if they weren't planning on doing it again, maybe if a friendly volunteer goes up to them and says, I'd be willing to do it, you know, miracles can happen, right?
Oh, yeah.
And by miracles, we mean hard work turns into cool things. And if you want a cool thing.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, we got some fun notes to go over, which are actually just sort of a continuation of the serious notes, but they're about things that are maybe a little lighter than like all the things that every department's been up to. So first up, BronyCon, led by some fine folks on staff like Eagle, Michael Batista, Alabaster, Neon, and several others. The first episode of the BronyCon podcast, Stable Geniuses, was released. Hooray! They're in the process of episode 2 right now. I hope that'll be released really soon. I'm excited for it. Tell your friends, give it a listen if you haven't already. Hearthswarming signups opened, closed, and achieved a staggering 70 staffers willing to participate in the gift exchange. Okay, so Chibi worked his butt off to make this happen, and it turned out super well. And if you go take a look in the Hearthswarming channel, there's all sorts of awesome pictures of really cool gifts that staffers have made for other staffers being posted, and the gift exchange was a smashing success on every metric. especially since this is the first time that it's been done. Big props to Chibi for coming up with it and then spearheading it. Staff interaction has been a steady improvement across the board, so more people are getting engaged by talking in Slack, sending emails, chatting with other people in their department, and lots of other stuff. There is a Monday night gaming event that takes place. Actually, wait, Chibi, do you want to fill in the details on this? Because I can't remember the last time I went to this. But
well, surprisingly enough, Monday Night Gaming takes place on Monday nights.
Well, if you were in that, if you're looking at the channel, they were thinking about doing something perhaps after the meeting tonight. So if anyone would like to join up with other staffers and play video games, contact Eli Wood Swain or check out the channel Monday Night Gaming on Slack and see if you could join in with something.
Yeah. It sounds like a really great group that gets together and plays a whole lot of fun games. Generally, if anyone ever wants to play Overwatch, we also have a separate Overwatch channel, and I'm always down to play. Sorry, it's totally unrelated to the Monday Night Gaming.
We've got a TF2 Man vs. Machine group. We've got a tabletop group. Now we've got an Overwatch group. Where does it end, Sheer?
It doesn't end. Video games are life. I'm good to just keep playing them, honestly.
What's that? I'm playing things on my phone right now while we're running this? Never.
Anyway, speaking of gaming, the official BronyCon Discord server has now hit 1,000 people. Actually, I'm sure we're like way past 1,000 people at this point. But I don't use Discord so much, so I don't have the super up-to-date number. But
at some point in the past, it hit 1,000 people.
Yeah, this was actually a couple weeks ago at this point.
Yeah, we're now up to 1,198 people on Discord. So 11, almost 12. We are 2 away from 1,200 people on our Discord server.
That is extremely cool. To celebrate the 1,000th person joining, there was a random drawing. Actually, so I think we gave a badge to the 1,000th person who joined, and also then did a drawing for a couple of other badges. So we gave away a bunch, which is always super fun and nice and a great way to get the community really hyped up and engaged. The drawing went really well. We've distributed all the free badges thanks to Alabaster for running that. If you're going to join the Discord, then we have an invite link in the Discord channel, I think. Let me double check that.
You could also type !Discord and the Slack bot will shoot you a link.
Perfect. Yes, that is the real pro strat there. So you can join the Discord channel on Slack if you want to just talk about the Discord, not talk in the Discord, talk about the Discord. And there's a link to join it in the channel topic of the Discord channel. Or you can do what Chibi said, which is easier. Oh yeah, so and then if we have a special staff role, that'll give you access to a couple of staff channels. So we don't conduct any sort of staff business on Discord. It is purely for having a place for staffers to talk to other staffers about casual fun stuff. But if you join the Discord and you want the staff role, then please either message one of the mods or admins on Discord or mention it in the Discord channel on Slack, and we'll get you all set up. And of course, a big thank you to the fine people that we have who are making the Discord sustainable by moderating it and improving it. GTX, Alabaster, and many others. Buzz. Dex actually is also an admin. Lots of great people.
And what, the Discord?
Yes, the Discord.
I'm not an admin, I own the server.
Let me give a shout out to the moderators: Alabaster, Coltrane, Eagle, Emily, BizBuzz, Grissus, GTX, Serverette, Snapshot, and those are our moderators and people of authority on their Discord server.
Thank you for totally just killing it, where I was like just going based off of my hazy mental memory of who's on the Discord.
I have it open on my third screen.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, and thank you to all of those
I'm going to get yelled at for that later.
All right, so there's a couple more questions in chat. There's a question: are you still accepting ideas? If so, where's the best place to submit it? So this is a bit of a general question. If you want to run a panel, then yes, panel submissions are open on the website. So you can go to BronyCon.org and check out that link. If you're wondering about, so I can actually, I'll also just link the panel application form in chat real quick.
And so to answer that question,
So, and then for general con-wide things to do,
Bring that up in department events.
yes, second that. If you pop into that Slack channel and suggest it to them, they can let you know if maybe they already have plans for something like that, or if that's something really cool that they would love to incorporate. I think we have done a scavenger hunt in years past, and it's been cool. I'm not sure if there are any plans to do one this year, but definitely something that we can look into. All right, wait, I saw other questions in this document, but I don't know if they're real questions.
The ones that are highlighted are green, are done. There we go.
Cool. Oh, my Google Home just went off. No, I wasn't asking you Google. No.
Hey, I picked up one yesterday, the Google Home Mini. I love it.
I was thinking today that like it's awful. I've become so dependent on just like having something to talk to all the time and like do little tasks like turn my lights on and off and
put a face on it. It could be a friend.
It is a friend. And I was thinking like I want it to just open and close my curtains too, which is like the most millennial thing ever, but like I can make like a little robot to do it. I mean, I don't know. Anyway,
if you have a smart Keurig, you can have it brew you a cup of coffee.
I think my partner would kill me if I brought a Keurig into the house. They are a coffee snob. I don't drink coffee, so
it's got to be an AeroPress with 100% the Columbia bean.
You jest.
Oh God.
Anyway, all right. We just got another question, and then we'll get back to our agenda, such as it is. I know the Trellis says to hold off on VIP suggestions. Is there an appropriate place to suggest people? Yeah. If you want to suggest somebody, you can go into the Department Viper Slack channel and mention the name. Our Viper team at this point has a more or less finalized plan for who they're looking to acquire, but there's definitely some flexibility in there. So if you have somebody, especially somebody who is maybe like easier to acquire, so like you're asking about like an IDW MLP comic writer who might be like a bit easier to ask to come to the con than like a very big name VIP, then there might be some room to do that. That would be really cool. You should definitely mention it. So, all right. Anyway, we've gone through a lot of the notes. Actually, I think we've gone through all of the notes that we have on what we've been up to at the con in the last 2 weeks. Oh, you know what? Actually, I wanted to mention one more thing really quick. So I had this silly idea for this thing called BronyCon last year, which is pretty much like a day or two in Baltimore, where it's going to be it would just be a staff get together. So we'd have like a bunch of meetings in person, would have some time to see the BCC and get a walkthrough tour of that, and just have a chance to interact and bond with people and maybe brainstorm some stuff with your department. That didn't happen last year because I came up with the idea kind of close to when the con actually was. But we're looking at doing it again this year. So again, nothing is finalized. There is not even sort of a hint of confirmation about this being possible from the hotel. But fingers crossed that it actually works out. There's a public channel, BronyCon, that you can pop into if you want a little bit more information. Again, though, everything is still like very preliminary stages because we have to work with the hotel to find out if this is something we can actually do. Yeah, hopefully it is. That'd be really cool. And one last note. So during like sort of the recurring theme during all of this has been people keep asking questions or we keep mentioning things and then we keep following it up with and go to the Slack channel for this. So if you're not on Slack, Slack is a really, really great tool. It's available to everyone who stops BronyCon. There's a whole lot of channels, and everyone on Slack should hopefully be very friendly and able to help you get up to speed or point it in the right direction if you're ever not sure how to use the tool or if there's a channel for something. So if you're ever confused, you can feel free to just ask questions about how to use it in all staff. Or following up, we have another channel called Ask Leadership. And I wouldn't recommend this one for technical questions, but if we're outside the after the all hands meeting finishes up, you go, oh my God, I had something I desperately wanted to ask. You can pop into Ask Leadership, and that has pretty much everyone who's a department head at BronyCon in there, keeping an eye on the channel, and eagerly awaiting the chance to answer your question. Yes, you. I see you behind the screen. No, I don't actually. That would be creepy. All right, that's my little spiel. So we've gone through all the notes at this point. If you were just here for the serious business, feel free to take off. We won't keep you any longer. But from now on, this is basically going to be just us bantering, answering questions, and talking about whatever you want us to talk about. So feel free to toss stuff in the chat. Don, they want to get coffee with you too, I'm sure.
How do I get to this stupid thing? Oh, sorry.
The chat stuff?
No, I'm VPN'd into Japan right now on the side doing something.
Nice. Very cool. I'm not surprised in the least, actually. So what else has been going on at BronyCon? Jeez, there's been a whole bunch of stuff, but like all right, actually here's a random question for all of you. Wait, hang on. Oh, we just got non-serious questions. Actually, here's one serious question from me to all of you. See, we're like changing it up and reversing it. Do any of you ever watch the live streamed leadership meetings or watch them after they're finished and recorded? And if not, why? If you care to share, just saying no, I never watched them is also fine. I won't be offended. Just like, please tell me, because we've been chatting with some people in leadership trying to figure out if it's worthwhile to keep streaming them, because they're kind of a pain to do live streamed. So I've noticed we've had really low views. Maybe some people are watching them after the fact. I'm not really sure, but I want to hear from all of you.
Jeff, you don't count because you're a department head. You need to be there by default. I understand you attend 99% of them are of them.
Also,
so no.
Probably should have clarified this question is for people who are not attending the meetings to speak.
Wait, Cheer, can you do a poll in the Google Live or on air?
I
Does it give you that option?
No. Oh, but I can manage moderators. That's cool.
That's actually, let me see if I can throw a straw poll in chat.
How do I super chat though? I have an important question about Sheaves. Super chat. I don't know what super chat means. All right, so it seems like there's a bunch of people saying that they watch when they can. So follow-up question then, if you watch them when you can, is there anything that we can do to like make the meetings more informative or distribute them better? Like, for example, would you rather just read notes? We release the notes too, but would you rather like just read the notes, for example? And this is like open-ended, and I'll put out maybe some polls and stuff later to get more of a general sense of opinion. But while I have you all here as such a lovely captive audience of 33 viewers, might as well take advantage of it, right? Heck.
Great use of information.
Yeah, I'm big into data. So my official role and my job is like I'm like a product owner. So sometimes when I look at BronyCon, I'm like, what if I just applied product management philosophy to this and just went, you know, a data-driven, metrics-focused way to iterate on ideas like the all hands. How far below ground are you right now? Judging from your ceiling, I'd say pretty deep, about 5 meters. It's pretty hard to breathe down here. All right, cool. We got some people saying for the notes, some people for the video formats. Thanks everyone for your opinions. Feel free to keep tossing this out, but in the interest of making this more interesting to watch than paint dry, we can circle back to some of the other questions we got.
We got a reoccurring one that keeps popping up is how do we super chat?
I don't know what that means, and I'm kind of concerned. Here's one for you, Chibi. Where do you get a poof cover for your microphone?
Amazon. I just typed in pop filter for Blue Yeti, and it's just one of these. So you can pick up one of these, which gets rid of the phonetic P noises, so I don't blow air into the mic. $5 off Amazon. The little red nipple thing that goes on top of the Blue Yeti, another $5. The mic stand, $10. Internet's a great place.
It's true. It's true. I, in fact, just yesterday found a video called How to Knit with Ramen Noodles, which delivered on the promise of how to knit with ramen noodles. The internet is truly fantastic.
I saw that on Reddit, too.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, it was so good. Plosives. Super chat is when you pay to stream. That's like a Discord thing. No, not Discord, Twitch thing, right?
Hippo, if you post in chat, we're going to see. We've got our chat windows open.
Nah. Don, I haven't knitted a ramen scarf yet, but that's only because I haven't found any gluten-free ramen noodles. I'm keeping an eye out. You know, we should have
Taken over the world, yes, but it's a little late for that. So,
Dex, did you ever answer Brittany's question?
oh, which one? The dancing question?
Yes, and yeah.
The answer to whether you get to dance with us, I think, depends upon where we are and whether it syncs up and whether you ask right at the right time.
But, you know, if you're interested in dancing, I hear the gala has some big plans.
Oh, yeah. Kat is super excited. A special shout out to Kat over in events.
Yeah, they are hard at work on all that sort of stuff.
Where did the idea of a ramen scarf come from, and can I eat it?
Yes, actually, and it came from this video, How to Knit with Ramen. I'll link you, but you can't watch it right now because we're in the all hands, and it's great. Like, you should actually, you should just be devoting your attention to this video when you watch it. Hold on, actually, I'll just put it in this chat.
And I think it's safe to answer Eli Wood-Sain's question now. Wait, we're two stupid questions now? Yes. Yes, we are.
We are doing stupid questions now. We got one, is water wet? Well, what does wet even mean?
I mean, basically the definition of wet means has water present, more or less, or has been covered in a liquid of some kind.
Has it been properly moisturized?
The answer to is water wet is yes, when it is in liquid form. If it is frozen into a solid, then no, it is not wet at the time.
That's good. I was looking for the technicality angle, and you really nailed it right there. Question, you know that they did surgery on a grape? They did surgery on a grape?
They did surgery on a grape.
I'm not joining in this meme. I refuse.
I like, real talk, I have no idea where this meme came from. They did surgery on a grape.
It was a video posted like some years ago that people found, and they just started overlaying the text over it. So, oh my god.
Yes. Well, I saw that part. Why is from The Intelligencer, what a terrible name for a publication, on November 26th. Why is everyone saying they did surgery on a grape? This is intense. I mean, it's cool that they did surgery on a grape. Like, when I was a kid, I used to like eat my grapes like basically that way, like trying to peel off the skin with my teeth and then like just eat the peel of the grape. Anyone else?
No.
No? Okay, all right, just me. Anyway, let's move on.
Hey, I eat the kiwi with the skin on, so two ends of the spectrum here.
Oh, no, kiwis with the skin on. Life pro tip. You can eat kiwis with the skin on. Scott Kinnersley taught me this, and I thought he was full of it, and then I tried it, and he wasn't. Okay, if you have a kiwi, and I have 2 kiwis downstairs, thank you for reminding me, scrub the skin off, use soap and water, rinse it off really well because you're going to be eating this, and then just take a nice big bite and enjoy. The skin just adds like this perfect like texture and like flavor to the kiwi. It adds like this really nice sort of tangy note. Oh, it's so good. Thank you for
reminding me. To wash it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, wash it, please.
I'm gonna die when I'm 40.
I mean, you don't have to wash it. I actually don't wash a lot of things that I probably should, and I have liberal food safety practices when I'm cooking just for myself. Cooking for other people,
Okay, the bane of Europe. Is the Earth flat or round? Ooh.
Dex, we need your ultra technicality angle on this one.
All right, which one is it?
Is the Earth round or flat?
Well, I mean, so technically neither. Technically, the Earth is a spheroid in that it has a generally spherical shape, but is not actually a sphere. So it is neither round nor flat. It is sphere-like, but with an uneven surface.
So you're saying it's not a Mobius strip?
No, it is not. In order for it to be a Mobius strip, we would have to have a single flat band twisted once in the middle. And if you walk across the surface of the Earth, you will never end up inside the Earth. Now, the more interesting question is what you define as the Earth. If we define only the land and sea as that, then yes, it is a spheroid. However, if we add in the air, then you start questioning, well, where does the Earth end exactly? Because, I mean, the influence of the Earth is felt far beyond the terrestrial space. I would kind of contend that the Earth ends at that point when the atmosphere drops below a certain, like, agreed upon concentration of something, but, you know, like, it's very nebulous, like the Van Allen belts, for example.
Point. Like,
based on that question, Dex, would you say that SpongeBob in the desert, is he wet?
Well, if he was
dry, he have liquid currently filling him? If so, yes. I mean,
I think if he was dry, he would be dead. Like, I'm pretty sure there was some really disturbing and graphic imagery in the SpongeBob series that depicted him drying out and dying.
If not, you could turn towards Stevie and Art. They got you covered.
Oh, no.
No thanks.
Definitely no thanks.
Love to see a bunch of pictures of tiny little SpongeBobs running around.
Anyway, did you know that we have a... oh, thank you, Don. Don knew exactly what I was talking about. Apparently, he suffered in Sandy's house for a full episode. That sounds excruciating. Anyway, did you know that we have a BronyCon 2019 ideas Trello? I'm going to link it in the chat right here. We have a lot of great ideas. I go through pretty regularly and sort them into categories, see what we can do. We're probably not going to be able to do a lot of these, which is unfortunate, but it's the reality of the limited amount of space and money we have. But there's a lot of stuff in here that we are trying to do and that we are pushing forward on. So please feel free to throw stuff out. Especially if maybe in the past you suggested a panel or event idea, you should actually go and submit that to events so that you can try and run that panel and or event. I should actually comment on these cards and say so to these people. So
we're looking for a large amount of people to be able to turn around and go, hey, I'm really passionate about this idea. Let me take it and run with it.
That's also true. If you see something on the Trello that you think that you would be really, really good at doing, then please comment on the card and say so. So the link to the Trello is in chat, but it's also in the topic of all staff. Just go in there, BC 2019 Idea Trello. Also, did you know that it's only 229 days until BronyCon?
229 days? Oh, my hair is not going to last that long because I'm going to be pulling it out.
Please, hang on to your hair. You never know when you might need it.
Hats exist for a reason. Now, I'm going to ask this question on the grounds that Dex and I cannot do this physical attribute. But, Cheer, can you do a cartwheel?
I can do a cartwheel.
You can?
Yeah.
I can't. Dex, can you?
I used to be able to.
I was right in my original assessment then.
I mean, the answer to could I do one right now is yes, except I have a psychological block preventing me from fully attempting it.
Interesting. I'm not sure if that's a cop-out or not.
No, that's the actual answer. Like, it's that there's some part of me which is, like, too embarrassed to fuck it up. So, like, before I even really start going, my body auto-bails. I can't, like, force myself to attempt to follow through. I just don't.
Gymnastic skills are actually super hard to try and get past those mental blocks. I stopped doing CrossFit for the last couple of months, but back when I was doing it, one thing that they focus on a lot is handstands and like handstand walks, and like flipping up to kick up to the wall and like do a handstand is terrifying. Oh, it's like the scariest thing. And then you like eventually move off the wall and that's even scarier. And the whole thing is just like so nerve-wracking.
That explains why we haven't heard about CrossFit in at least 2 weeks.
Oh,
you quit.
No, I didn't quit. I took an extended break because my body was just like not super happy, but I am going to go back after. Well, I want to go back now, but I'm traveling for the next 2.5 weeks for MagFest, and then I am home for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to be in Europe for 2 weeks. So after Europe, I'll get back to it. It'll be fine.
Gotcha. Does anyone share Dex? Do you guys play Smash Ultimate?
Oh.
Yes, I bought a Switch specifically for Smash Ultimate and actually secretly bought one for a friend too, which they finally got today and immediately knew it was me before they'd even opened it, so I was sad.
So we have a question coming in from chat. Who do you main, Dex?
In Smash?
Yeah, who do you main in Smash?
The Puff.
The Puff? Okay, give a name because I'm confused.
The Jigglypuff, yo.
Oh,
I
okay.
knew that one.
It's official. Dex main Jigglypuff.
I mean, I would say I don't really have anyone I main yet. It's more that if I were to pick who I'm most likely to main, it's usually either Jigglypuff or Lucario if I'm going back to my Brawl days. This is the first time I've touched Smash at all since like Brawl was under a year old. So I don't even remember what the last Smash game was on the Wii U console generation because I skipped it entirely. Come to think of it, I don't think I've literally ever touched a Wii U or played a game on it in any way.
Following up on that, no Incineroar love.
Incineroar isn't unlocked yet. Like, I got it on Thursday, so I'm still unlocking, like, things constantly.
So you're saying that you're going to switch over so you can yeet people across the map, right?
Probably not, because that's, like, not a cute-looking character, and, you know, are they cute is kind of the number one, like, reason I want to beat people up with them.
That is like weirdly satisfying, you know?
Or badass girls, which is where like Sheik gets in and so forth.
Rejuji in PR says, Isabel.
I mean, her is there an Isabel in that game?
Smash Ultimate, yes.
Not Smash. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of a different game. I was gonna try and like misinterpret it as a different game entirely, but A, that game is probably too obscure for anyone to get, and B, I can't remember which game I was thinking of that had an Isabel in it.
Oh, we're starting main wars. But yeah. So overall, I think this year is ramping up very nicely across the board. There are a couple things that when the issues are brought up in between department heads and leadership, we've been able to retroactively fix, if not shown that we're willing to negotiate and work on them. There are some things that we can't do based on the financial restraints and the space restraints that we're facing with the last year. But overall, it's ramping up pretty good. I mean, I looked at the department head of registration. I made a joke saying that we're going to hit 1,000 badges sold by the beginning of 2019.
Oh, yeah, easily. We're 5 away.
It was like, we're going to have to hope for that. And we're now sitting at 995, only 5 badges away. And what is it, the 16th? We've got more than enough time. We've been averaging like 7 to 12 badges a day. And that's only going to increase on an exponential increase towards the beginning of the con. It's going to be insane. So I can't shoot any numbers out here because I'll look like a complete idiot when the con time comes.
It's cool. Projections are looking good, but they got to keep looking good, hopefully. So please continue spreading the word, social media about BronyCon. Tell your friends who are curious about what this whole Brony thing is anyway, and encourage them to buy a badge. Tell them it's 4 days of pony fun, which is what, 33% more pony fun than in years past? I don't know. Anyway, this meeting technically runs until for another 10 minutes, but I think we're pretty much wrapping up, by the way. So if you're looking
in that little time, we did get a couple more questions. So
this couple more questions, but
this one can go all the way around. Shira, what's your favorite video game?
Oh geez, my default answer for this is the Super Paper Mario for Wii, which was what was that one called? Super Paper Mario Wii was called. It wasn't the Thousand Year Door. That's GameCube. Oh, you know what? It didn't have a subtitle. It was just called Super Paper Mario for Wii. Anyway, I like that one, which is dumb, because like it's not really one of the standouts in the Super Paper Mario franchise according to popular opinion. But it has this plot that's just like it's not very complicated, but it's very sweet. It's a love story, and there's monsters and, you know, like transformations and mystery and intrigue, and the gameplay is so cool, and it's a great game. It's one of the first video games I ever finished many years ago. That's mine.
I can't answer that question because I've been sitting here the entire time trying to think what possibly could take that, and it's like, well, there's too many things. Like, totally, I could be like, well, what is my favorite tactical RPG? The XCOM series. What is my favorite, like, pure RPG? Probably Final Fantasy VII, but I'm not sure. I've played too many over the years. You know, like what is my favorite rhythm game? Well, in arcades, DDR. On my phone, Love Live. You see, but I can't like make them fight each other. There's no winner there.
That's actually fair. Yeah, like my favorite arcade game is definitely Neon FM, but that's not it's not a one-to-one comparison. So good point, you know?
Love Lift.
Love Lift. Definitely.
I mean, if you're playing a lot of Sif AC in Japan, then you're getting to lift your arms a ton. So, because it's like, no, not like that style. It's got like a 9-key setup, like if you know pop and music at all, except it's in an arc. And so you have to lift your arms up and just like slide them all across it nonstop. It's pretty tiring.
We have this woo emote on Slack. If you go to Slack and type :woo, then it's the, I imagine it's like that with Twilight just like lifting up her arms and going woo.
I don't know what a Savannah monitor is, so I can't answer that question.
I'm pretty sure it's a lizard. Let me double check.
Okay, so finishing off the whole chairs on what the video game is.
Oh wait, yeah, finish the video game, then we'll move on to the monitor one.
I would have to say my favorite video game of all time would be Portal on the computer. I've actually sped run that and entered the top 50 of worldwide speed runs for that game, clocking at 23 minutes from start to finish. But I quickly got knocked out of that because people are competitive as hell. But I could say I was at the top 50 worldwide for Portal. Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And now what you did pretty well in Beat Saber, right? Like you were top something or other in Beat Saber?
No. I beat Alabaster's score once because if you think I'm good at Beat Saber, Alabaster has run circles around me. Like he saw me streaming one day. He saw that I beat his score on the friends list and immediately spent the next 30 minutes beating my score.
That is incredible.
Well, that doesn't necessarily make him super better than you, though. Like, if it took him a half hour to crush your score.
Wow.
He plays on Expert Plus 100% of the time.
I would love to watch him play. That sounds so cool.
Yeah. So, Brittany, serious question. Who's going to walk me back to my hotel now that I'm no longer large and terrifying? Brittany, shut up. You're always beautiful.
What?
Except when you're trying to put a leash on me. Yeah, that was a question.
That was okay. All right. I think Chibi, may not have answered the question, but anyway, Brittany, of course, there are many other staffers staying at the hotel that you will be staying at, and I'm sure any of them would be happy to be your buddy. And as for the lizard question, which actually is definitely an interesting one. So you cannot bring your lizard. I am very sorry about this. Unless your lizard is like a documented service animal, which I think probably isn't the case for lizards, but I'm not super sure about that. Hotels generally don't allow pets, and the BCC is an animal-free venue. Can you get a security shirt for him? Maybe. Again, try talking to your department head. That would be pretty cute. I know that the head and deputy of security at one point had like these cute little horse plushies. Actually, they had horse plushies like this, and I think one of them had a security shirt for the plushie. So maybe something can be arranged. You never know.
Don't give false hope. I don't think we can get like a 2.5-inch shirt.
Well, no, it would the ones for the plushies were custom made. Actually, maybe I'm thinking of Josh's plushie. I don't remember, but
yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
Tiny
like
staff shirts exist for a price. Sonic Q93 asks, what animes have you all been watching recently? Pick one, Dex.
I can't pick one. Now, if I were to pick what the unambiguous recommendation right now is Zombieland Saga for certain. But in terms of what else has been getting watched, or at least I should say of things that are currently airing, that would be Zombieland Saga. Things, period, besides the obvious Love Live, the other obscure thing everyone should watch is Yuki Yuna is a Hero. Though that should only be watched after you've seen another anime, which if I say the name up, spoils Yuki Yuna. So Yuki Yuna is a cute slice-of-life anime that has no twists at all in it, and certainly is not at all like Madoka in any way whatsoever.
Stevie, what about you?
Oh, my favorite anime of all time?
Well, what have you been watching lately was the question, but if you haven't been watching anything lately, then your favorite one is a good substitute.
Okay, well, I'll answer both. Dex, what is that one you had me take a look at?
Steins Gate.
Did I make you watch? No, Steins Gate is his favorite anime of all time.
No, you're
Like,
wrong.
I know this one.
Okay, well,
I would have told you to look at Yuki Yuna, I'm pretty sure.
Yuki Una and no, so
Does
batting
it
off person,
Yeah,
it
just
involved
start.
a person in a wheelchair and transformation.
Yep, that's Yuki Yuna. You said
Okay.
wheelchair.
Yuki Una, and then my favorite one of all time would have to be Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
heck yeah.
Hands down. Hands down. Steins
But
Gate
it's
has a
not on
close
your
second.
hat. But you don't have the pin on your hat.
I've got a wall scroll. Come on.
Fight the
You
power.
think a wall scroll counts in my book? I can see 3 different wall scrolls if I turn my head. 2 of them are ponies, though.
Yes.
Only one is anime.
Hollow Nocturne, yes, I have seen all the movies, the OVA, and the revised OVA, and yes, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is hands down
Wait, how far into Yuki Yuna are you now?
about where we left off because I haven't watched it since.
Oh, you
That's great.
fucker.
I want to watch this now.
It's great. If you've seen Madoka, it's infinitely better because you can compare it to Madoka and realize where it's like it's extremely heavily inspired by Madoka is how I would describe it.
Yeah.
But you can watch it independently. Just there's a lot more like extra stuff that you can compare and contrast to Madoka if you've seen it.
That's cool. I have seen Monaco. I really enjoyed it. So
especially if Homura did nothing wrong, it makes sense to you, which only makes sense truly if you've seen Rebellion.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. This has been good for the anime suggestion list.
And if you believe Homura did something wrong, you and I need to have a chat at con because I need to correct your bad opinion. And this goes for any staffer listening too.
Hey, speaking of anime, anyone else here excited that they're re-releasing Fruits Basket? Anyone?
I don't think I've actually seen Fruits Basket, although I can be like, that sounds like a contemporary anime to high school me.
Yeah, no, Fruits Basket was the first manga I ever read back in like 2007.
That's pretty contemporary to high school me, so remember, I'm old.
Oh, I remember, don't worry. Yeah. I haven't been watching any anime lately, but my partner's been telling me that we should watch Clannad. So maybe I'll go watch that.
If you want to watch gay girls being gay, that's recent. Watch Bloom Into You. That is so gay in the best of ways.
Anime is also pretty good in that. That'd be cool. Yeah, put your anime recommendations in the chat below. Anyway, it is now 10 p.m. So our meeting is officially over. Any last minute questions, serious or not serious, before we call it, and wish you all an extremely happy holidays.
Peaches, you and I are the same age, so I think yeah.
That's cool. So you have friends. You have friends your own age, Dex, right?
No, all my friends are younger than me.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Last minute thing, while we're waiting
no, Kashi's younger. View may be older than me, though.
While we're waiting for questions, 2 things. Hollow Nocturne, I've sent you something on Slack. Promare, done by Trigger Inc., is a spiritual successor to TTGL, and they're releasing a full-fledged
Sorry
OVA
if you can hear my
in
kitty
2019.
getting unhappy. She really doesn't want this claw clipped. There we go. Taking advantage of the hostage cat and lap situation.
Nice.
While also realizing that I need some way to get someone with a mobile phone in Japan to enter a thing for me. Crap.
I'm not seeing any new questions roll in, so can I take... Oh, wait, here we go. Can I take over BronyPalooza and dance a cha-cha slide for everyone?
Yeah.
Bonfire.
Yes, please talk to the BronyPalooza heads. We're looking for some Thursday content on the cheap.
Maybe what is my IP will tell me why this isn't.
Dawnfire, extra bonus points if you could get everyone to jump in unison numerous times.
No.
Yes.
Actually,
No.
We're on the ground floor of the BCC, so it's actually fine. Actually, yeah, you can jump. Wait, so actually, this is a great idea. BronyPalooza, final BronyPalooza, last moment of the night will be like everyone all jump at the same time.
And let's cause an earthquake this time again.
Let's try to beat the 1.2 record on the seismograph.
God, that's gonna be so cool. Anyway, I believe there's no point in prolonging the inevitable, and in every person's life comes a time when they must say goodbye. And we're going to say goodbye to all of you now, because as fun as this is,
Celestia.
Celestia. Oh,
You already answered the question. Too late. No take backsies.
What? No, it's not Celestia. I was just Luna.
You answered the question. Too late. No take backsies.
Oh gosh. Anyway. Pleasure chatting with you all virtually. I hope you enjoyed the All Hooves. If you have any questions that you didn't ask or suggestions on how this meeting could be better, then please message one of us or post in all staff, and we'll keep an eye out for that. I'm going to put out probably a little poll in announcements later asking for people who attended the All Hooves if they found it useful, and if so, what could we do to make it better? And if you didn't attend, why not? What can we do to make you want to attend? So keep an eye out for that. And thank you so much for taking an hour out of your Sunday to spend with all of us. For those of you who are celebrating a holiday that is yet to come, I hope you have a wonderful time celebrating that holiday. For those of you who celebrated holidays in the past, I hope you had a wonderful time celebrating that holiday. For those of you at MagFest, come say hi. I'll be there, running reg, as always. And
I'll be there too.
Oh yeah, Jess will be there too.
A bunch.
You have a table. Yes, if you're going to be at MagFest.
Look for two people or two gay people in Love Live Get Up, because I'll be with my best friend doing it. So, and maybe and at the BronyCon table for a good chunk of that. Seriously.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you on the other side. Good night, everyone.
One last thing.
To meet.
What's the last thing, Chibi?
Okay, so much like the last one, I will be going into all staff momentarily and posting a link. I'll be there. Specifically me, I'm not going to speak for Shira or Dex, and I'll be there, and we can all hang out and talk to one each other, just like last time. How about that?
Super nice. Yeah, so if you want to hang out and actually be able to say words with your mouth, go hang out with Chibi. I gotta pop off and eat some dinner, but if I have some time later, I will perhaps endeavor to jump in. All right, on that note, bye.
Holla, holla.
Oyasuminasai.